Right. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. That didn't work, but there you go. So, welcome to David World Toys live stream. First live as we go. Completely different, but it failed on me. But there you go. Well, I do have a special guest for tonight. We're going to be talking about Toy Chat's up and coming channel. I'll just introduce him and we'll get carry on. So you should all know him, but here we go.
Hey,
Evening,
hey,
John.
hey! How you doing, guys?
So
How you
yeah,
doing, David?
basically, I'm not too bad. John, how are you, sir?
Doing good, doing good. See Rolando, Miss Deddy. Good to see you guys in the chat.
Yeah, I'll get to that in a second. So just before we can, there's Orlando. Hello, Miss Detty's in the chat. Any of you guys want to subscribe to him? Please feel free.
Vader's girls
Ronaldo,
here. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
everyone's saying hello to each other. There's Vader's girl. Everyone's saying hello.
Duffman.
Everyone's so. Thanks all for joining us and that sort of stuff. So basically, what I just said to John, this is going to be like a Sunday night live stream, like that sort of stuff. We're talking about toys, collectibles, anything to do with toys, and everything else. It's just going to be a hour chatting to different people every week with up and coming events, giveaways, toys, everything like that. And I thought, what's the best guest to get on first? With John, because he's just one of the most chilled out, relaxing guys in the world.
Thank you,
I know
Dave.
it's his
Thank
third
you.
live stream today. It's his
It
third
is.
live stream
Yes.
today.
Yeah. Yeah. Sundays are a busy day. I'm on
Yeah,
almost all day. It's good. Yeah. Sunday is my hang
yeah.
out with friends
Well,
day.
John did me
Hang
a
out with
big,
you guys.
yeah. Well, I say John did me a massive favour in America, and it was unbelievable. You know, it was crazy how it went. I will show off a few bits in the stream and a few bits. John, just in case there's a few new people in the chat, what do you actually collect again? What do you do or collect stuff?
Yeah. Um. I pretty much will collect anything that I remember from my childhood. My main collections include Star Wars, GI Joe, and Transformers from the 80s. But I also
Yep.
uh, I love things like Centurions, Black Star, He-Man, Master Universe, Starcom, Zoids, Shogun Warriors, Godzilla, and I love 90s stuff like Playmate, Star Trek, Toy Biz, Marvel, X-Men, stuff like that. Superpowers, Secret Wars, all that stuff. So I'm pretty all over the place when it comes to collecting Power Rangers. I have a good, collection of those. So yeah, anything I grew up with, and then that
Yep.
extends to stuff that I was into including in the 90s and stuff. Yeah, so 80s and
Yeah.
90s. Yeah.
I say Lobot's just joined us. So I'm
Hey,
virtually the
Lobot.
same as John. I go all the way back. I go all the way back to the 70s, and I collect a bit of everything. There's a first time I showing my new shelves off behind me,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that sort of stuff. Well, next
yeah.
week I've got another like a special American guest that helped me out from American live stream, and that was next week as well.
Cool.
Next week is Scuba Pete from
Oh yeah, yeah,
America.
yeah.
He's on next week for a chat. The week after, I am doing a pre-Echo Base live special, which is a Star Wars convention in the UK.
Yep.
I have a few
Are you
special
are you
offers
gonna
that
be
day.
are you gonna be setting up at Echo, or are you just going as a guest? You're going there to
Yes,
see it.
but
Yeah.
I'm going to actually sell it this Echo. Or I was supposed to be booked in a year and a half, year ago now. But technically, I had COVID just before the Echo, and I had to pull out. But this time, I have at least got 34-foot table, which is like 5.5
Wow.
tables long at this Echo Base Live.
Wow.
From, I'm not going to spoil it for everyone, but I think hopefully if it works out the way I'm planning it to be, I'm giving hints and tips away on my channel, Instagram, and that sort of stuff. So it's going to be heavily photoed. I think hopefully when I get there, my stall, and something
Nice.
completely different that you've never seen before, John.
Something more than just selling a few things. You've got an
Yes,
exhibition in plan. Gotcha.
yeah.
Nice.
It's basically my exhibition is my stall itself.
Yeah.
I'm building a 3D stall itself. So my whole of my stall is all 3D. If you look at it, it's all 3D, all stands out at you. And I've
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
like basically a super mega poster behind me, which is 8.5 foot tall, which is as high as your ceiling by 12 foot long.
Wow.
And then with all the other stuff I've got planned and everything else, I'm hoping it all works out and comes to play.
It will. I'm sure it will. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shabby
Shepsy?
Geek. Yeah. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Amazing toy room the other day. I'll give you that. That was
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
That it was amazing. So everyone's saying hello to each other in the chat.
Yeah. Badger's here too. I saw Badger
but
up.
basically as well. Also, I think, John, I had a few requests to do like reviews on my channel, and I don't normally do reviews. But one of our friends asked me the other day, "Can you do me Trendmasters War Planets?"
Oh yeah, remember the War Planets? Yeah.
I've got quite a few of those, so I'll be doing a War Planet special. I've got like a Bootlegs and Thundercat specials coming up.
Nice. Well, you don't see those. You don't see the War Planet. That not a lot of people have that stuff. So that's good. That's good that you got stuff and you can show it off.
I've also got the action. I've also got the action figures as well from it.
Cool.
As well. They did a few action figures as well. And then basically the Toys That Made Us was 5-year anniversary the other month. For the 5 years since it's been coming out. So I thought I'd wear the Toys That Made Us t-shirt, which John's seen in person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we had quite an adventure when Dave came to the States. So your train, what was it? The train you couldn't get on for whatever reason. Yeah.
Basically, the hotel, I was stuck at the hotel for an hour and 20 minutes to check out. They made me miss my train. That's how bad it was.
Yeah.
And literally, my next wasn't an option because the coach was 5 times the amount. And I thought, I'm meeting John. I hate asking for things. Anyone can ask me. I hate it. So.
Well, I was when I talked to you on the phone, I was basically already putting my shoes on and getting ready to jump in the car and go get you. And so it wasn't really, you didn't even have to ask. I was just, nope, I'm going to come get you, Dave. Yeah, don't worry. We'll have an adventure. I'll drive up and grab you. So that's what
really
happened.
Looking forward to the train. I was really looking forward to the train itself and a few bits. And I was like, oh, man.
Yeah.
But long story short, you came and got me. We hanged out on the evening. The following day was just, I'm still going to say one of my best shops I went to is the one you took me to, the Tate's toy shop.
Yeah, they were great.
Tate's Comics More, and they were unbelievable.
Yeah.
That was just unreal.
Yeah. It's a big shop. It's a big shop. Yeah.
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 Well, John's done a video on his channel. I've done a couple of shorts and a different style of video.
Yeah.
You just put Dave World Toys and you can find John's and mine pretty easy. The owners are
it was
pretty decent.
it was cool to get the different perspectives on that store too. You're filming it and I filmed it at the same time, so it was cool. Yeah.
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 Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
and
just unbelievable crazy.
and Joey popped open. Joey's normally closed on Mondays, but I called and Joey let us come into the way back when, and you got to see a little bit of that too. And yeah,
that was amazing. That was something different. Has
yeah.
the show happened at way back when at all? Do you know, John? I know
What
he
was
mentioned I know the porn stars from Las Vegas were going down to his shop doing a special in America. Is that aired yet at all?
Oh yeah. He's still working on it, but he hasn't. There hasn't been anything released yet, so I'll let you know when they finally put that up and do something with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a mark. Got a few bits he gave me. Yeah. He was just one in a million guy. What he did for John Samuel was unbelievable. What he did.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Amazing guy, mate.
Yeah.
Amazing community out there. It was unbelievable. So.
Yep.
But no, it is something completely different. I think my highlight from meeting John and Skipper Pete was basically toys that made us, toy shops near us. I've done these passport books.
Yep.
And certain shops to go and do it. And literally, it was unbelievable. And it's like the one here is basically the ones that are official, like stamps I got for the shops, toy de jour sort of stuff.
Yep.
That's like the official ones. But then what I did in my second book is every shop I went to, they had like fashion ink stamps, John.
Yep. Or stickers or anything, yeah.
Ink. Yeah. Like Quake Collectibles did a 30th anniversary sticker, but way back when. Way back when he's like in the book at the wrong.
Yep.
And then Take Comics, it was like, there we go, these two stickers for you, the comic books and the toy book.
Yep, cool.
But then I also showed John for another toy book that I've never seen as well, which is the Lego passport for.
Oh yeah, within the Lego stores, yeah.
That was very hard to fill. I only got one in that, but I just wanted the book. So about like the Echo Base Live you just asked me about, John. On the 29th, I'll be doing a live stream in 2 weeks' time on a pre-Echo Base live stream itself. And literally, if you show and taste me at the thing, I'll give you a free Japanese poster at the show.
That's cool.
And it's got all the Japanese stuff on the back.
That's awesome.
A few of the codes and there's a few of the big codes and a few of the things coming up in the next 3 or 4 weeks. I'm doing especially for Echo. And certain places you go to, you'll get a certain code. If you turn up at the show for me, you will either get like a 10% off a free Japanese poster. Everyone gets a free sweet on the stall. And a few of the bits all coming up on this stream.
Wow.
With other little bits and pieces coming up, it's crazy.
That's going to be awesome. I wish I could.
Coming up, John, on your channel, anything?
Well, I wish I were over there to be able to go to Echo Base. Someday I want to go to one of these things, to Echo Live, whatever you call it. If I ever do get over to the UK, we're going to have to plan it during a time when Echo is going on, so I can meet everybody and go to a cool show. Someday, some year.
Yeah. Well, it's the first time I'll be doing it. Yeah. Well, it's the first time I'll be doing it, so I haven't got a clue what I'm into or what for. But I say I booked a 34-foot table.
Wow. Yeah.
I normally go all out, John, for like the first show or the first bits and pieces. On the
Mm-hmm.
Echo base, I will show a few spoilers off from the stall. It's the stall will stand out more than the toys for me. I think. I hope.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know.
And if you've got a draw like that, you might be able to get more sales as well. So it'll help you out if you got stuff you got to get rid
Yeah.
of. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well, cross
coming
my
up,
fingers.
I do have a couple of toy reviews to do this week. A couple things to look at that'll be coming out, and then uh, I just finished I'm doing in a series called the affordable, like collecting on a budget, and I just did one on Transformers, but there's also that just came out yesterday, and then there's also one on Star Wars GI. There's one on GI Joe, and there's one on Mask. So we'll be doing others as they go down the road in the next few weeks. I want to try to do one a week, but it's kind of becoming one every 2 weeks. So we'll see. Because that takes a while to put together and research and do it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're in the middle of a Jeopardy tournament of toys, tournament of anything that we grew up with is fair game in this Jeopardy tournament. And we got week 3 next week. We just earlier today did game 2, and coming up next week will be game 3. So we're almost halfway through the first round of the Jeopardy tournament. Yeah, and every Sunday morning I do Sunday morning vintage on my channel where we spotlight and look at a vintage toy line. And this morning we looked at Black Star.
Black Star?
This morning, yep. So
I watched some of that. I've got some of the toys myself, and it's like to find some of them all working order. It's the working order now, isn't it, John? It's not the itself, it's working, isn't it?
Yeah. Complete, with all the accessories. If they still got to work, if they had the light up features, and yeah. Action Pop Dad, how you doing?
Yeah, Nick's pretty. I will be getting Nick on in the future on the channel, I hope, because he's knowledge of Action Man and that sort of stuff. He knows about the old pallet toy stuff. He's just going to be unbelievable, that sort of stuff. So I say any toy you guys can think of, put it in the chat or try and do that sort of stuff. Like in the chat, I did a special offer with Action. If you come to me at Echo Base Live and say Action Pop Dad or APD, you'll get you'll get 10%. I've sent Nick a poster, so technically every week or something, I'm going to put something in the chat or something somewhere. So there's like 3 or 4 specials, like I said, like the Star Wars Solo, that sort of stuff. Will be give me a code at the show, you'll get a certain item or items at the show.
That's cool.
I will keep a few back for people that can't make it and that sort of stuff. But that's Echoes in a couple of weeks' time. The big Echo will be the 29th, which is 2 weeks today. Next week, I've got another special guest next week. So...
Yeah.
So it's unbelievable how much everybody, it's also down to the community, isn't it, John?
Oh, yeah.
The toy community, the toy community out there has been unbelievable and crazy.
It's fun, though. I mean, I enjoy this group that we have. I like all the people, and I love talking about the toys and getting to know everybody.
Yeah, it's just, without the toy community, it's crazy, and there's special offers and special things from other people. on other streams. He's like the USR guys. They've gone to, is it ZSR now on a Friday night?
What is that?
There's a good stream to watch. USR guys on a Friday night with Shabby,
Yeah,
Zero
yeah,
Toy Hunt, and Matt
yep,
and Tez.
yeah. I always like watching them when I can. Yeah,
Yeah. We've got Thursday nights with me and Baz on Baz's channel on a Thursday night. Wednesday is I call it a Toy Division night because the Toy Division guys from Toy Division. And speaking about guys in Toy Division, one of the things I picked up recently or did a swap was a battle based guide.
oh, nice.
This guy is called for Andy's Toys and Models,
Yeah,
but it's like he's printed it and done it himself. But what he's done inside, he shows you the battle beast itself and what weapons it all comes with.
that's what I would like. Yeah, I need something like that because I have I collected a few when I was younger, and
Yeah,
yeah, that's cool.
he does like a intro guide stuff. He's on Instagram, so and I'll try and get Andy on to promote the book and a few bits as well. You know,
Yeah,
it's crazy. You know, there's Shabsy again.
we need more of
He
those
does some
kind of
amazing
books.
build. Yeah. What's this one?
Yeah,
Yeah. Hopefully, I'm going to try and get Andy's Toys and Models on in the future to talk about Battle Beasts and the book itself. It's something
yeah,
he's done. I've got eventually. I want to do like you said. I'm going to do another week showing all my toy box stuff. You know, I've got other books out of here. It's like toy encyclopedias, old toy books from back in the day,
yeah.
and that's what people are like. The yellow one I showed you, John, like ages ago on the live stream, the action figure
Yep.
guide from the 90s.
I think I picked one of those up when
There's a
after I
few.
saw you with it. I think that's
Yeah,
when I picked one of those up. Yeah, it was a good book. Yeah, good book.
I've got
Even if
other toy books or back.
even if some of the old ones, like a lot of the older books were put together because a publisher wanted to have like a price guide. But the person doing
Yeah,
it would do nice detailed photos and listings of all the toys. So even today, the price guide part might be wrong, like it's not up to date, but having all the pictures with all the accessories, that's what brings value to the book even today. These older books,
yeah, yeah. Yeah, some of the old toy books are absolutely. I've still got all my action figure digests and that
Yeah,
sort of stuff. I picked up quite a few different. There's a new action figure toy book out, and I'll sort out future shows and that sort of stuff. You know,
hmm,
well, I've got planned to like to do a different subject every single week, but going through even collectibles and that sort of stuff. But it's not
yeah,
toys, but toy related, like T-shirts, like
sure,
that
yeah,
sort of stuff across the board.
yeah,
It's gonna be different on a Sunday night for an hour just to chill out, relax, and that sort of stuff. Other people are like crazy and that sort of stuff. So but I need to start off with say John was just unbelievable for me in America. I just needed to get him on for my trip. I'm still creating videos now, John, till this day from that trip. It's
yeah.
been 6
Well, I
months.
mean, you picked up so much stuff while you were here. It was crazy. Yeah,
Yeah. One of my favorite. Everyone says, "What's your favorite find?" I went for the US title from. I found it on the last book one day in Florida.
wow,
The day before I met you, I found it.
wow,
That's how hard it was, and that's one of the ones I wanted. I could have bought it off
wow.
eBay. I could have, but I thought, no, I'm gonna. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you would have spent double on eBay or more even sometimes. Yeah,
Yeah. I didn't want to buy it off it. I said to myself, I want to find it in America when I'm
Plus,
going
it's the
around. Even if I paid,
the
yeah,
it's the thrill of the hunt. You actually found it in person rather than just took the easy way out.
yeah, yeah. Something like that, I don't mind paying extra over eBay price because it's something I really wanted and that sort of stuff. With other little bits and pieces and crazy bits, and even like Action Pop Dad Nick, the night said, "What you doing the Sunday nights for?" It's just something different for the channel for this year. It's my third or fourth year I'm doing it now. The third year in April. I've been doing it 3 years. I've not missed a day still.
Wow.
And basically, I just wanted to do anything and anything comes along on the toys or collectibles. It's like one week I might do like an Elvis Presley week because there's so
Yeah,
much
there you
toys
go.
of Elvis or merchandise. It's toys, but it's still collectibles. You know,
Didn't they do
they say with
didn't
them
they do an
shows coming up.
Elvis? Didn't they do some Elvis in even in like the Barbie line? Didn't they do some Elvis to go with Barbie?
Yeah,
I feel like they
yep,
did. Yeah.
yeah. I think Barbie did Star Trek, Star Wars, anything and everything,
Oh
didn't they?
yeah.
They had,
Yeah.
you know,
I've got the Star Trek Barbie and I've got the outer space one. I mean the outer space one's right there.
which one's that one, John?
The outer space Barbie.
Yeah,
I'll pull it down here. Hold on.
beautiful.
I like NASA and like outer space suits, and she's got the bubble helmet and a spacesuit on, so I couldn't pass it up. You know what I mean?
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Well, there's one of our friends in the chat called Aaron, and he's like amazing Star Wars guy. If any of you guys come into Echo, you'll meet Aaron at Echo. He's one of our friends that does the shows with me. So Aaron's Star Wars knowledge is collecting knowledge. I'm hoping to get him on the channel in the future. A guy called Aaron. He's not Aaron we know, it's a different Aaron.
Yeah.
But he's like a big collector in the world where I live. We always meet up at the car boots, toy fairs, that sort of stuff. So he's a top guy.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah, you know,
Friday
there's
duet.
yeah, it's all coming soon. It's something different from a Sunday night where if you can think of a toy line or a project or anything collectible, it will be hopefully shown on a Sunday night.
There you go.
If I can get a special person on for that thing, the coming future, I have a couple of people that's appeared on TV itself.
Yep.
I've got a few people that's appeared on TV, on normal channels TV and that sort of stuff. I've got coming on, hopefully in the future. I know
That's
I'll have
cool.
our good friend Baz from Dark Like in 8 on, offering him as well. I say Shabby Geek, Matt and Tez on a Friday night. Amazing show, go and watch them. Toy Division on a Wednesday. Me and Baz on a Thursday. You do your live streams mainly on a Sunday, do you, John?
Yeah, I do the regular one is Sunday mornings, which was 7 a.m. Eastern United States time. So that's what is that? 8, 9, 10. That's just about noon. I think it's right at noon on GMT UK time there. So
Yeah.
Sundays at noon UK, 7 a.m. Eastern in the US. And it's just because I wake up Sunday mornings and I like to just relax and talk about toys before I even start my day. And it
Yeah.
just worked out to, I enjoy doing that first thing. I go for my morning walk, have a little bit of breakfast, and then talk toys. It's a fun
Yeah.
thing to do. And I
It's
love
getting
just
a
picking
regular
up.
routine, isn't it?
Yeah, and I had a Wednesday night comics show with Brandon, but he got really busy with his school. He's doing
Yeah.
he's doing coaching at the local high school, and it just got to be a lot more work. So I do want to bring back a comic book live stream, but I've just got to find another comic book guy who's, I suppose I should be asking White Shadow, because he also is pretty big into comics, and maybe I can talk him into doing it. But if I don't want to conflict with anyone, so maybe we'd go back to doing it on Tuesdays. We were doing Wednesdays with Brandon, but if that's if someone has that night, maybe we'll do Tuesday nights. I don't know. We'll see. But I like picking up
8 till 10 o'clock.
What's that? Oh, Toy Division. That's who it was on Wednesday, right? I like picking up weird stuff.
They do 8 till 10 o'clock. Yeah.
What's that? Okay, 10 o'clock. Yeah. So I would go earlier than them anyways. So I'd go earlier than them anyways. But I like picking up what I consider odd things. Like once in a while, I run into something, and I was like, "Holy crap! I didn't even realize they made figures of those." And the biggest recent find is the gummy bears. Like these are from 1985, and they're 5 POA action figures. They have heads that move, arms that move, and the little legs move. And they're about the size of a 3.75-inch figure. So when I saw these, I just had to get them. They were like, it was wrong.
I remember them.
Yeah. And I just didn't remember them making figures, but when I saw them, I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta get those, and it was funny because during Jeopardy, I had written a couple questions about gummy bears, and then I watched an episode on Disney Plus, and then I'm somehow the computer knows, like the internet knows, that I did a Jeopardy question about gummy bears, and I watched an episode on Disney Plus, and next thing you know, I'm scrolling through something online, and I see like 5 gummy bears for sale for like $40. So I was like, I'll buy those. So I got all of them except Grammy gummy, and but Grammy's like a $10 figure too. So I'll just pick her up at some point and have them all.
Yeah.
But and then I love, like I said, the 90s Star Trek, and Gilster just recently sent me a bunch of Star Trek figures in the mail.
Yeah.
And her packaging was pretty crushed, so I opened up this one. But some of them, the packaging was really nice. I'm going to keep them carded. But I love these 90s Playmate Star Trek things, and cool accessories. They got cool bases for them to stand on, and neat little figures, So
according to Miss Detty, there's Culture Cast on Tuesday night, which I think it's an Irish thing or something.
See, it's hard to pick a night to do something, That's another reason why Sunday morning works out. Nobody else is doing stuff that early. So it's getting, I know people have said this before. We need like a TV guide that tells you when everyone's doing live streams. We need a YouTube guide that tells you when everyone's doing live streams. But you want to see some other handy stuff?
Spoken to. Go for it.
I got
it's all about the toys and bits and pieces.
Yeah, just lying around here that I haven't really put away. But I got these recently from someone. Star Trek original figures, 5 POA. Yeah, they're the the Mego. Weren't they Mego?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, Mego. Yeah. It's on the back right there, Mego. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, great action figures. I really like these, and there's Captain Kirk himself right there. So it's cool to have them. Oh, I know. Yeah. But I got to get some. I like to get some clamshell cases, and then I'll hang them up on the wall.
Yeah.
And yeah. And then I've got these, like I was saying, I love Toy Biz stuff from the 90s. And I've got a couple.
like wrestling to Troy. Yes.
Like we have.
1 second.
I love these.
Yeah.
Couldn't be more Irish if
Yeah.
it tried.
Morning, Chris. How are you, Christian?
Yeah. Yeah, I love these 90s Toy Biz stuff from X-Men and things. And we got the Apocalypse
Yeah.
here. And it's cool because Apocalypse just came out in a Toy Biz, a Marvel Legends from Hasbro version of this one. He's
Yes.
not in Reach. He's not in Reach, but so I got the original here from the 90s and now have the 6-inch Toy Biz that just recently came out. So it's kind of cool.
John, is it the size difference in them, or is it different altogether? Is it the size? The bigger? I know the 5-inch back in the day.
Yeah, these are 5-inch. Yeah.
So the new one's a 6-inch. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, but the new Apocalypse is almost more like 8 inches tall. He's massive. It's a big figure.
Yeah.
He's a little bit out of reach, but I might be able to grab him. I don't know. We'll see. Let me see if I can reach him here. Yeah, he's. I mean, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
No,
get him.
sometimes, John, when they reissue figures, it's normally a color change and that sort of stuff is different.
So he is a little bit of color change. You're right. This is more purple, but yeah, compared.
Wow.
So this is the original from the 90s, and this is the one that just came out. So they try to keep the background, the card back style the same, but you're right. This figure is he's more modern and updated, so he's got the high articulation and everything, but yeah, he's a lot big. I mean, the figure is almost as big as the card, right? I mean, the figure is as big as the card back. So yeah, he's the new one is massive. Yeah.
Gosh.
But yeah, really cool though. I love this kind of stuff.
It's almost like you've got it's almost like, John, you've got a minifigure and a big figure, and it's like
yeah.
Well,
yeah, it's crazy. And even I didn't realize how big that was, but yeah.
Yeah.
Some stuff.
Until you luckily back in the day, it's crazy. Star Wars.
What's that?
But yeah, that's Star Wars. Is this a Stormtrooper Star Wars figure?
Oh, it was. Yeah, there's a the 90s one with the red card. Yeah. They got to go up on the wall up over here. I got a bunch of carded stuff that's got to go up on the wall, but they're kind of hanging around with I got some Star Wars figures and things hanging around here, and this guy, So just things hanging around. Well, it's from the Ewoks cartoon. Remember the Kenner line from Ewoks, the Dulocks?
Yeah.
This is King Gornish from the Dulocks. Yeah. Just stuff like that. Yeah, pretty much into everything. I love all kinds of stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy what's coming up or what's coming out. And
what's some of the latest stuff you picked up? Did you get anything very recently?
Honestly, John, I haven't picked up recently nothing because I've been concentrating all on this Star Wars
on
Echo base, on the show itself.
Yep.
I've got a load of deliveries, but they've been like plastic, that sort of stuff, and a lot of stuff for Star Wars.
Yep.
Because technically, one of my other passions, other than toys, I absolutely love building stuff. Like building, like dioramas, building play sets, building something. But sometimes I don't have the room in my house, or
Yeah,
everyone's tiny bit of space. But I absolutely love building stuff from left, right, and centre all the time. And I tell
So
you, when I
that
had
so building for this show is really right up your alley. You enjoy doing
yeah,
building
yeah,
this set thing for your
yeah. I've been building almost from 8 o'clock in the morning till like 9, 10 o'clock at night with a couple of hours break in between.
Wow.
You know,
Wow.
it's
Awesome.
just unbelievable how much is. Yeah, I'm just hoping it just pays off when I get to the show, and I'm trying not to spoil it for people when I get there, so it's just like
Yeah, no, make it a
in their
surprise.
face
Yeah.
instead of
Yeah.
yeah. I've been teasing a few people like the post and a few other bits and that sort of stuff. Digestive
Yeah, but
biscuits, come on, and snake. Yeah, that was a good punch, wasn't it? We had digestive biscuits and snake bites back in the day, John. For drink good.
what is a snake bite? I don't know what a snake bite is.
I think
I know the
I think
digestive
it's just an
biscuits
energy
and
drink.
stuff like that, but oh, is it okay? Yeah.
I think it's a Nick will tell us in the chat, but I think it's an energy drink, but I'm not 100% sure. But Nick will hopefully put it in chat for me. And bits,
Yeah.
that's what the chat's there. If you it's been crazy how much certain stuff.
I'm familiar with the biscuits, but I don't think I've heard of a snake bite, so I don't know what that is. So, but yeah, it would make sense if it's an energy drink. Yeah, that would fit the name.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, yeah. Nick will put it in the chat in a minute now. But no,
Cider.
bits and pieces. Oh, yeah, cider. Oh, yeah, cider drink, isn't it? Cider and lager mix.
Yep.
Okay. But yes, it's something different and, crazy. Even like talking about food and that sort of stuff, I have got like a load of sushi rubbers or transformers from Japan. If that's the thing, I could do that in the future.
Yep. Yep.
You know.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything like that in my. Oh, I picked up this guy. I got some stuff recently. I got a big lot of stuff, and there was a really nice land speeder in it. So it's got
Whoa.
good stickers, and the lever still works, and yeah, all this. The seat was great. I mean, so when I got the lot, I was like, oh, I should get rid of I already have a land speeder, so I can use this to trade or get rid of. But I can't. Once I had it in my hand, I'm like, nope, I'm gonna have 2 land speeders because it's I can't. You just like, I don't know. I love this toy. This is I think this is a really cool Star Wars toy, and I was like, nope, I'm just gonna have a couple of them.
Yeah, talking about that toy, John, is there 2 or 3 versions out there of the land speeder?
Well, technically, yes, because you guys in the UK, I don't think this pops open, right? Doesn't this stay shut for you in the UK?
I know. I remember. I know there's a remote control one I've heard, and a slightly bigger one.
There's a remote control one. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and I think it was the same because like the X-wing was the same way, right? The X-wing in the United States had a little red light on it, and in the UK there's no red light. You don't get the little light on the front. So they made slight changes between, I guess you could say, between the Palitoy version and the Kenner version. There's slight differences in some of these vehicles. Yeah.
And in the future, I've got like variants coming because there's that many variants of certain figures and that sort of stuff.
Oh yeah,
that I think I'll be doing on.
I love going into the variants. It's fun. It's really fun. Yeah.
Yeah. I know the Star Trek, the Star Wars. There's a couple of variants of new Star Wars. There's Master. Also,
oh my gosh!
in the future.
Masters of the Universe, almost every single figure had at least one variant, if not two or three. You know what I mean? It's the Masters of the
Yeah.
Universe line is also one of those that's insane with variants. Um,
Yeah.
Dino's calling me. What's Geekstrong calling me for?
Probably saying hello.
Yeah. I gotta text him and say I'm on
We
with
should know I'm on
Dave.
the.
Right? Yeah.
He was on the stream earlier, so you probably saying, "I want to come on." No, technically, like Action Pop Dad Nick asked me last night in a private bits and pieces all about the show. He's seen different, unusual, completely different toy lines from anything that John showed, from War Planet figures, from knockoffs and bootlegs.
Oh, I love that
A
stuff.
couple
Yeah.
of weekends of Star Wars. I've got a couple of weekends of Star Wars and coming up. I've got wrestling coming up. I might do like an NFL or sports night before the NFL final itself in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So I've got a lot of the NFL toys or baseball toys or just there. I've got like the Mighty Ducks, which is still sports toys as well at the same time.
Yep.
But no. Yeah, so next week I've got another amazing American guest on with me next week.
Scuba Pete. It's Scuba, right? You're doing Scuba Pete?
Scuba Pete.
Yeah.
Yep. Scuba Pete confirmed it with me earlier and bits and pieces. So yes, we and him are booked in for next week. And they said the following week is the Echo Base live pre-event where I think I'm gonna get like 5 or 6 people on because I've never been, so they can give their perspective of the show coming.
Yeah.
I don't want to get Nick from Action Pop Dag, Smuggler's Canyon, Chris is on.
She gets Shabby. Shabby, go.
Um,
Sai's
well,
gone a
Shabby's
couple
going to be
times.
coming up a few times.
I
know
think his
Sai's
brother,
into Lego.
his brother Sai, I think, has gone to Echo before. I think so. I feel like I've seen Sai in
Yes.
some of those pictures. So
Yeah, Sai's been. Oh, and I've got Sai, hopefully Sai, Matt. I'm talking to one of the owners at the moment, may jump on. Christian from Smuggler's Canyon might jump on. And a few other people that might be coming on for that Echo one. So people who've been to the show, they hopefully will come on for that 1 hour pre-special before the show.
That's a good
I've never
deal.
been, so I need other people.
Yeah.
Oh no, Shabby, I've got like a Playmobil one coming up for Shabby.
There you
Masters
go. There
Universe.
You
go. I've got like a weekend double, a Masters Universe planned for the future. One all about Masters Universe, but then there's a brand new company out there, John. Virtually the same molds of Masters Universe, but a brand new company with a 7-figure. If you buy all 6 figures, you get a brand new figure. If you buy all 6, they've done animals and that sort of stuff. Hopefully I can get toy companies that make toys on as well on a Sunday night for an hour special.
That'd be cool. Yeah. Is that the?
I've got a few.
Do the Mythic Legions do the? They have some that are He-Man like. They're Masters like.
Yeah.
But
Mythic Legions, I know a big collector called Travis. I'm hoping to get Travis on in the future at some point.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff in Mythic Legions. Yeah.
I'm hoping as well, if I play my cards right, the God Horseman that makes the toys, hopefully get one of those on because I know one of them.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
I'm not going to say just in case I can't do it.
Yeah.
But in the future of the channel, I'm hoping to get a couple of 3 or 4 big YouTubers on, or big, massive people in the toy community on. And I said, been on TV and a few other bits like that. And now I know them as well. I'm just hoping if they're free Sunday nights or like Thursday nights, I might try and get them on.
Yeah.
I know a few other big Masters Universe collectors out there that I'm trying to get them on as well.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's all coming soon on Sunday night. So if you guys want to help me spread the word on different Sunday nights, there'll be different things every single week on Sundays. It'd be much appreciated.
Cool.
I want to try and get Geek Strong on. I want to try and get 1,000 Ghost on because he's a big, massive collector, and he's an amazing guy from America as well.
Yeah, collects
There's a few guys.
everything.
Yeah,
Chris is one of those ones that, yeah, you say something, he's like, "Oh, you mean this?" and he'll pull it right up. He's got it right next to him, you know.
I'm virtually the same. If someone says, "Have you got this?" If I know it's next to me, I'll pull it out.
Yeah.
So it is unbelievable what I've got half planned for this year for the channel, just to be something different for Sunday night. I might do like a comic book special with you because I do know a few bit about comic books. One of our friends has got a load of graded comics and all the high-end stuff, so I might hopefully talk to him sweetly and get a few off him. So the high-graded stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it has been crazy.
I don't grade my comics. I've pretty much got all of the key comics that you would want, but I don't grade any of them. Like it's, they're just like they came when I bought them, 50 years ago. So it's like they're just there. Yeah, yeah. It's the comic book collection here that I have is pretty much insane. I mean, we figured it out, and there's well over 100,000 comic books in my collection between my house, my mother's house, where my brother is, storage sheds, and it's just there's so many comics because I've been collecting since I was like 4 years old. I have literally every single Avengers comic that has ever come out from the very first Avengers till today. I'm missing 4. I'm missing only 4 to have every single Avengers that has ever come out, including what came out last week. And I have Thor and Iron Man. I have every single thing that Thor and Iron Man has ever done from the moment they were created till now. And X-Men, I'm almost complete. Captain America, I think I have everything from his first appearance all the way up. No, I don't have his first appearance, but I've got right around there, a couple issues after, all the way up till today. And Star Wars, I've got every single Star Wars, even the Dark Horse. So everything Marvel did, everything Dark Horse did, I've got every Star Wars. So it's like, I'm almost complete on Amazing Spider-Man stuff. It's because I've been collecting since I was like 4 years old. So I have been buying comics every single week that comics have come out from the time I was 4 till last week, so it's like, it's an insane, when you start looking at it and going back, and it's just insane. And I'm constantly pulling out first appearances because like someone shows up in the MCU, or on some of the DC movies and stuff, and I have to go to the comics and like, yeah, I got that issue, I got their first appearance, and put it in a nicer package, like get a better backing board, like make sure it's nice, and you want to make sure you keep them, because not everything back in the day, like 20 years ago, we didn't even use backing boards. So the comics were just put in a box. You know what I mean? They didn't even have like backing boards. What didn't exist in the 70s. You know what I mean? Like it just wasn't a thing. It wasn't until the 80s and 90s that people started putting them with cardboard. And then the stuff that came out in the 80s and 90s weren't always acid proof. They weren't the best cardboard to use, And it's like, through the 90s, they started getting the acid free and all that. So there's stuff that I've gone through in my comic collection that I'm like, oh crap, I got to put all this stuff with backer boards and get better bags, like modern bags, because they've been sitting in a old bag that I got from the 70s for like 40 years, So it's it's been
Oh,
I've been
crazy.
slowly going through them all and updating everything because it's a task, Just think about trying to
Quick
rebag
question
and
for you
board
then,
100,000 comics,
about yeah. Quick question about your comics. Do you collect the American comics, or do you get the UK? Because the UK are bigger, A1 size, A4 size. Yours is like
Yeah,
envelopey size.
yeah. So I get the American ones right here in the States, but when I do come across, like, I've got a couple of X-Men from Italy that I got just because I thought they were. I've been to Italy. I visited Italy in 2008, and I thought it would be just cool to have some that are in Italian, and they're a different thickness and a different size. You know what I mean, than the American
Yeah,
ones.
yeah,
And
yeah,
and I would love to have some Transformers from the UK because I know that there's a parallel. They were slightly different stories, you know what I mean, and
yeah,
different covers, and you guys had, so I would like to get some real ones from the UK. I think that would be cool, and so there's certain things I would
yeah.
like to have, but no, I don't have money at all that are not from the United. Most of mine are all from the United States. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, we're leading off from that. So, John, just before we end the live stream, where can we actually find you? Anything you got coming up? Anything you want to promote for the last couple of minutes?
No, just go to the Super Awesome Geek Show right here on YouTube. Twitter, I'm at Awesome Geek Show. So take the super off for Twitter. But for everything else, Facebook, Instagram,
Yep.
Mastodon, I got Super Awesome Geek Show. So it's just Twitter's the only one that made me shorten it. So yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
easy to find. SuperAwesomeGeekShow.com. We just redid the website, so there's snazzy little nice looking website now. We just recently redid that. So yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said, come by every Sunday for vintage
But yeah,
Sunday mornings, and right now every Sunday afternoon we got Jeopardy going on. It's pretty fun.
yeah, that's crazy. All the best for 2023 and to your family, because I know you've been through quite a lot in 22 and previously.
Yeah.
Say
Yeah.
hello to your dad and everyone else in your family, please do. Cause,
Yep.
hope your brother's well and getting well. So, as for me, I'm at Dave World Toys. You should know me on everything. Next week, I've got a special with Scuba Pete. The following week, I've got Echo for 2-week Echo special. I've got extras coming up in the future. So, guys, if you want to spread the word about Sunday night chats, I'm here for a tiny bit, doing different. I might just do the Elvis one quite quick and put Shabby on for Elvis sing along for Shabby.
There you go. There you go.
Just
Make
saying,
him
it might
dance.
happen. We never know.
Make him
Shabby
dance.
dance or Shabby sing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Please follow John if you're new to the channel, because sometimes we get new people in the chat. For Miss Detty, Smuggler Speak, Nick, Aaron, Gabby, everyone else in the chat. Thank you so much for joining us for tonight, guys.
Yeah. Thank
Stay
you.
safe, keep well. John, thanks again. Amazing for coming on, mate.
No problem.
If you want to stay on there, I've got a few things to show you personally after.
All right. Stay awesome. Stay awesome, everyone. Hey.
Yeah, stay awesome, please, guys. Keep well, keep in. Thanks again.